What's going on, everybody? It's Rocco with Rocco's Modern Survival. I'm back in with another video. Today we're talking baby quail. Yes, I finally got them to hatch on the farm. Homestead, whatever. It is one, okay? We had 3 more, but we had some problems with them. One, I know, right? I'm sad too. One got sucked in, like sealed into his shell. Because I didn't realize these little guys were hatching, and I opened it up to turn the turkey eggs that were in there. And when I did that, this little guy jumped at me. I didn't realize he was out. Because I had the lights off and I was getting ready to candle some more eggs. So I was like, I'll just candle some eggs, turn the turkey eggs, see what's going on, because I wasn't expecting them out. So then this guy jumps at me, seals in the other guy, because if you open it up whenever they're pipping, it'll actually like vacuum seal them in there, and they're stuck. And I didn't realize that it was trying to pip, because it was face down. So, and then the other one was a breech hatch. Like he was kind of turned wrong, so he wasn't coming out right. He was pecking all over the shell trying to get out. And I didn't realize that because I was at work. So it died. And the other one, I guess kind of did the same thing. It sealed up itself too whenever I opened up the cage or opened up the incubator to turn the turkey eggs and candle these guys. So we won't make that mistake next time. I've got 13 more in the incubator as of today, about 30 seconds ago. So in 21 days, we're going to see if we have any more. It's actually 16 days. You go 16 days in the egg turner. Where do you keep going? We go 16 days in the egg turner, and then from 17 to 21 to 22 days, they should hatch out. Okay, so you can stop turning after day 16. Some people they say day 14. I like to go to day 16. I'm starting to have, I had luck with that. I've been trying to hatch quail for about a year now. I've been getting quail from someone else, and I think their quail are just too old, because I had 30 of their quail eggs, and they formed, but they just would not hatch. So I had 8 of mine. 3 of them would have hatched, so 4 of them altogether I would have had 4 altogether. So that was a 50% hatch rate. There we go. So that's pretty good. My humidity where I live, I keep it at 60, and for the first 16 days, and the temperature, you need to make sure the temperature is at 100. Okay, so the temp in the incubator needs to be at 100. The humidity needs to stay around 60 to 70 degrees. I keep it around 60. It never drops below 60, so it's always at 60 to 69 degrees. And then on day 17 or day 16, when they come out of the incubator, or they come out of the egg turner, sorry, this one's kind of, this chirping is making me forget what I'm saying. Whenever it comes out of the egg turner, pop the humidity up to at least 80, and then you should be fine. And if you have a little giant like I do, what I do is whenever I fill up all the reservoirs, all right, so that brings it up about 60 something, sometimes 70. And then I take an additional little cup of water and I put that inside of it too, and that pops it up to 80. So hatching quail, a lot of people say, oh, keep it at 95, 96, blah, blah, blah. No, you keep it at 100 degrees and a high humidity, all right, depending on where you live. I live in West Virginia, so I keep my humidity around 60 to 69, and the temperature's at 100, and then I've had a 50% hatch rate. Although I did lose 4 or 3 more, but that was my fault. They would have hatched out if I wasn't stupid. So I screwed up, and I'll fully admit that, and it won't happen again. So, but y'all have a wonderful day. God bless, and I hope this little bit of information helped you. And the lone survivor here will have some brothers and sisters in about 20 days. All right. They say it takes about 18 days. So I always go to 22 days, just to be on the safe side. All right, it's 16 days in the egg turner, and at 100 degrees and 60 to 69% humidity. And then after the 16 days in the egg turner, it should take about 18 days to hatch out. I found out this little guy came out on day 20. All right, so it's not always day 18. So it's in this little brooder with its shredded paper. I get this stuff for free. So, I mean, you can see the size comparison. This is how small this guy is. All right, do you see how small this guy is? It's freaking tiny. They're the size of a darn quarter. It's ridiculous. But they do grow up to be bigger, so that's a good thing. Within 4 weeks, introduce them to their well, at least 3 to 3.5 weeks to 4 weeks, introduce them to their cage mates. This one is going to go, depending on if it's a male or female, is going to either go into a cage by itself or into the cage with the other 2 females and the male. I want to have a nice breed of a nice stock breed of laying eggs or laying hens, and enough for fertilization, or not fertiliz. I'm sorry, for butchering. I'm sorry. I want to have enough fertile eggs for hatching and enough fertile eggs for butchering at all times. I'm going to be cycling through these guys about every year. So with the laying eggs, so I need to make sure I've got a nice stock of them, you know what I mean? And this one is the start of something very awesome, something I've been trying on this homestead for a very long time. So I had bob whites at one time, if y'all remember, way back in the videos, and they just would not lay eggs at all. Then come to find out, they could take up to a year for a bob white to start laying eggs. So that could have been why they weren't laying. This is a Coturnix quail. They're almost as big as bob whites. They're not native to West Virginia like a bob white is, but they're just as good. And I think I'm starting to think a little better, actually. So their egg laying production is awesome. I get about 3 eggs a day, a lot of the times, out of 2 females. So one of mine loves laying all the time, which is awesome. So normally I have to check on it twice. Like, I'll check on her as soon as I walk up and feed them, and then I'll go feed the other chickens, the rabbit and the turkeys and all them, and then I'll come back and I've got another egg laid. So I've got one of them that just likes to lay. I feed them a wild game bird feed. It's got a 33% protein in it. So you want to make sure you feed that to them. And there's the crumbles here. You have to get the crumbles, all right? I've got some pebbles in the water so it doesn't it doesn't screw up and drown itself because it's so tiny. So yeah, you see my battle box back there. I love my battle box. So that's it for today, guys. I just wanted to bring you this little bit of information about the quail and an update on everything. And honestly, the shredded paper is the best way to go. It's freaking free. I get it from work. It's awesome. I have bags and bags of this stuff because, with all the animals and everything. So, all right, guys, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. We're at 530 subs. Let's get up there to 1,000. We're so close. All right. Survive strong and live long. I will see you on the next video. God bless every one of you, and stay safe out there.